Hello and welcome to the intermission of my Mario Advance playthrough. Now we're going to just take a look at the manual. We're going to zoom out there, and we're just going to take a look and see what we can learn about the world of Mario and pre-Peach and Luigi and Toad and Birdo and whatever. Okay, so to begin with, what a nice picture. I mean, I like this art style. It's nice to look at. They did a nice job. Peach is looking very nice. There's a door right there. It's a good looking logo. And this is like the Mario font. There's a lot of Mario stuff that looks like that, and it's a cool font. Okay, so here we have warning, seizures. Alright, so that's, something to be careful about. Repetitive motion injuries. So yeah, you can get carpal tunnel or whatever if you play games, which is true. Or skin irritation or tendinitis. Battery leakage. Okay, that's not good. If your battery leaks, do not mix used and new batteries. Do not mix alkaline and carbon zinc batteries. Do not mix different brands of batteries. Well, shit. I had the kind of Game Boy that used a charger. So, do not recharge the batteries. Do not put the batteries in backwards. Do not dispose of batteries in a fire. Okay. Rated E for everyone. I think that's apt. Nice clouds here. Yeah, I think when I was a kid we had the manual and then lost it pretty fast, but before we lost it, we had it, and I like the manual, and I like video game manuals because you learn about the world. And here you have a table of contents. Linking instructions, that's for two-player mode, which works with the Mario Bros, not with the Mario 2. But it's pretty fun. I played it when I was a kid with some people. Are we still streaming? I believe so. Okay. So, subcon, starting the game, game rules. How's their rules? I don't know. Moves, veggies, enemies, playing to win. Mario 2 is a one-player game. Wow, look at this. Mario Bros. Battle is for 2 or 4 players. Mario Bros. Classic is for 1 to 4 players. I never played with 4 people, only with 2. But that would be fun. I have to tell you, that would be fun. And if it can be done with the computer, then I'd love to play with some people online. That'd be good. Okay, Mario Bros. You can learn about that as well. Okay, but anyway, here we go. Single pack linking instructions. Okay, I don't think that's... Well, that is interesting. I mean, look at this. That's incredible. 4 people. Look at that. You do it like that, and then there's like a thing in the middle. I actually have a link cable. I'm going to look at it right now. It doesn't look to me like it has that thing in the middle. But you know what? It does have 3 ends. I have a link cable. It has 3 ends. So, that's just interesting. I didn't know you could do it with 4 people. That's pretty cool. What does that mean, multi-pack? Single pack, multi-pack. Let's just see a picture. Oh, meaning if you have the cartridge. I wonder if you have more features if you do that. I don't know. Whatever. There's a Game Boy. It's pretty amazing, a Game Boy. I mean, those Japs knew what they were doing when they came out with that thing. All right, control pad. Start, select, A, B. Select plus L. Wow, I did not know this. Select and R. Sleep mode. That is awesome. I did not even know that. I wonder if that works in the emulator. Anyway. I don't know if we need to go over that in any more detail. Super Mario 2. Is my mouse being captured? That's what I'd like to know. That's a good question. Let me go into OBS and see if I can. Okay, well, according to OBS, the settings say that my cursor should be captured. Okay, alright. Alright, so we're just looking through the manual here. So Super Mario Bros. 2. And there's Mario looking sexy. Maybe that's not appropriate, but looking nice. It's got some nice shading. It's got some nice edge lighting. I think that's a nice drawing. Okay, here we go. So the door is like the symbol of this game. It's like, I don't know, a door. Okay, Subcon's story. One night, Mario had a mysterious dream. He dreamed that he was climbing a long stairway that led up and up to a closed door. When he reached the top and opened the door, he found himself gazing out at a world he had never seen. Stretching out to the horizon, then he heard a voice say, "This is Subcon, the land of dreams. The evil toad, Wart, has used his magic to lay a curse upon the land. Please defeat Wart and free us from his spell. Oh, and remember that Wart hates vegetables. Hurry, we need your help." And then a bolt of lightning suddenly split the sky, and Mario woke up to find himself on the floor. He had fallen out of bed. A few days later, Mario and his friends hiked to some nearby mountains for a picnic. Upon reaching their picnic spot, they looked around and found a small cave. When they entered the cave, they were amazed to discover the land Mario had seen in his dream, stretching out before them. I almost feel like we should do this at the end because it's a spoiler. Well, maybe I can just upload it later on the YouTube series, but do it now for Twitch. I don't know. That would be fine, I think. If I do that. Anyway. Okay, so it says here you have to put the game pack. I don't know why they call it a game pack, like trying to force a meme. I mean, we call it a cartridge. That's pretty much. Okay, anyway. On the title screen. Okay, so you literally have like a walkthrough of how to. Well, here's some info that I didn't know. Like, I love this stuff. This just like these little details, like to delete all files at one time, press and hold select, start, and the L, R, A, and B buttons at the same time. I had no idea. When turning the power switch on, which you can't do that on an emulator, there's no power switch. Continue holding all of the buttons for 5 seconds. Be careful. You cannot restore erased game data. Okay, that's awesome. So I guess you're really pretty much wiping your cartridge clean. Okay. Uh, it's really thorough. I have to tell you, this game manual explains everything. But yeah, look at this. These drawings are lovely. I mean, it's just nice. It's just nice to look at. It's like really flat. It's like pop art, but it's like more subtle and like, yeah, it's like better than pop art. But it's like, if I had to describe it. Anyway, rules. So what does that mean, rules? Just telling you how the game works. I mean, you gotta be pretty retarded. No offense. I shouldn't say that. I was just gonna say, like, this stuff, you pretty much just play the game and then you figure it out. Anyway. Moves. Maybe I'll learn something here. You have the basic jump, the super jump, the running jump. You jump higher when you're running. That's cool. Pull up the grass, and it doesn't say anything about running. That's weird. You press B to run. But it doesn't say that. That's interesting. Okay. Oh yeah, it does. I mean, it probably does. Okay, anyway, moves. Carry a mushroom block. Throw. No, I didn't know this. Oh, well, yeah, no, I did. I mean, if you're pressing right, it throws further. Okay. I mean, let's just sort of take it. Let's just, like, look at it, like, as art. Let's just, like, take a step back and just look at it. I didn't know this. You can use R to run. I didn't know that. I appreciate when there's only so many buttons. You have to, excuse me, yeah, when there's only so many buttons, you have to be creative, like, as the creators of the game. And it's kind of nice that way. Every button has a purpose and a use. But I almost feel like I have to give a spoiler warning, okay? Because we're going to see all the bosses here, and yeah, it's a spoiler, so if you're concerned about that, then turn back now. Now here's all your items. There's so many vegetables, they don't do anything different, they're just the same, but I'm glad that they included so many because, you know, they're nice to look at. So this is a heart radish. I didn't know that the heart radish was a radish. I thought it was just a heart with, and I had no idea what this was. But you know what? It's a radish. It's a heart radish. Okay. Alright. I mean, these programmers had a field day. This realistic rendering of the ace coin, it's not quite matching up. I have to comment on that. All right. What did this say? Items. Items. Okay, these are also items. There's some really interesting special items that are not listed there. And here we go, special items. The potion, the cherries. If you collect cherries, you get a star man. I mean, he's not much of a man. He's more of a star. But okay. Time stop. That's a pretty unique item that you don't really see in many other places. They should bring it back. Enemies. So they didn't actually mention one item that is pretty cool, which is like it's like a mushroom inside a bubble, and there was one in the first level. So yeah. Anyway, enemies. Here we go. The gray sniffets shoot nightmare bullets. I thought they were regular bullets. Apparently they're nightmare bullets. Okay. There are shy guys of different colors. You know? There sure are. There's also a different variety of sniffets. There's sniffets that walk and sniffets that jump and whatever. But I actually had a dream that there was white shy guys, which there's no white shy guys in the game, but I had a dream where I got to like the super special secret world, like that doesn't actually exist, and there was white shy guys. Yeah. I used to have I had multiple dreams I can remember about this game. And that's what happens when you do something a lot. You dream about it. And Pidgeot, Spark, Fanto, Panzer. These are the hardest, like most annoying enemies. I'll read a couple of these descriptions, okay? Because sometimes the wording is nice. Okay. Pidgeot. Pidgeots, plural. These flightless crows are the bearers of bad dreams. They soar through the sky on magic carpets, given to them by Wart. Hoopsters. You'll find hoopsters hanging on vines and ropes. They're real speedsters, so step lively. Phantos comes to life. Oh, so Phantos is not plural. That's his name, Phantos. But Phantos comes to life when you take the key they're guarding. Oh no, Phantos... Okay, this grammar I think is a little wrong here. No offense to the Japanese, but you might want to... Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, beware. Phantos will chase you from screen to screen. I think it is plural, actually, because they are guarding. Alright. Or maybe it's a non-binary, and they say they're, even though it's singular. Who knows? Okay, enemies. Tweeters. They hang around with boss characters. What does that mean? Trouters. I like the names, even though they could just call it a fish, a porcupine. This is an original idea, so that's got to have a unique name. And then here's an albatross. And Wart orders them to carry bombs about. So Wart apparently is ordering people around. That's interesting. Here's Luigi. I mean, they went all out with the thickest black outlines that they could draw. Alright. I like these guys. Auto bombs. Yeah. Something about it. It's just a nice looking thing. You'll find cobrats hidden in jars. When you approach, these troublesome little snakes will pop right out to attack. Think twice when jumping onto jars. And now here we get into the bosses, so it's a bit of a spoiler. But okay, Birdo, Mauser. He doesn't think of himself as an ordinary mouse. And also he throws nightmare bombs. And here's Fry Guy. He was brought to life by Wart. So you have a certain level of loyalty that you might not have with other characters. There's Wart himself. But okay, Claw Grip. There used to be a typo. Maybe it's in here somewhere. Triclide. Once an outsider, Triclide was enlisted by Wart because of his evil cunning and a triple strength attack. They're also both reptiles, or I guess maybe frogs are not reptiles. Whatever. Wart is the most uncontrollable mischief maker in all of the land of dreams. He uses the dream machine to create a myriad of monsters. So this game, it has a theme, you know, and it's a bit like Mario Wonder. You know, it has a theme. I like that. Okay. I think that I love Nintendo, and I love the Mario games, and they really use some... They get some, like... I don't know how to say it, but, like... The themes are nice. And they make the games really feel like something more than just a game. Alright, so anybody in chat here? No. That's okay. Here we go. Playing to win. So this is telling you how long the game is. And everything you have to do. Bonus chance. Oh, here we go. Actually, I didn't know this, so we're going to learn something. After clearing each area, you'll have the chance to win extra lives. Oh, look at that. So by collecting coins, that's how you get to play the slot machine. I didn't even know that. Alright, first you must decide how many coins to wager. Wow, I literally had no idea that you could do this. I did not know that at all. Oh my god. We're learning. So I'm glad I'm reading this not at the end of the game, but now where I have a chance to actually use it. Alright, here you go. So this is how you actually win the slot machine. Cherries, sevens, and then anything. Okay. Yeah. Mario Bros. So that's a complete explanation of the Mario 2 part of the game. And now here's Mario Bros. The trash can is featured in the 2-player or multiplayer version of the game. Game select. Before beginning, up to 4 people can play Mario Bros. Classic. 2, 3, or 4 can go head to head in Mario Bros. Battle. Check to make sure you have the correct number of game packs and cables. I'm like getting sick of this word game pack. I don't know why, I just don't like it. Okay, if you're playing with multiple game packs, there will be no load time. Ah, okay, it has to transfer information. Gameplay is identical. Okay, right on. Okay, yeah, I remember this. Oh, those are the days, man. Those are the days when you're like putting in the settings. Yeah. It's like so cool when you like have it, because like we had the game and like I played the game. But then you get into like the two player, it's like, and you realize, wow, this cartridge can do more than I thought. It already did so much. And it's like a miracle. I don't know. Also, there's a heart right here. That's interesting. Battle. There's a heart. Okay. And then you have this beautiful loading screen. And then you have this beautiful error message. I want to play with 4 people now. Alright, battle. Multi-pack setup. I mean, theoretically it's the same, but there's a whole different thing here. Insert the game pack. This really takes me back. Okay, insert the game pack into the Game Boy Advance and turn on the power switch. On the title screen, select multiplayer, press start. From the game select screen, choose Mario Bros. And press start again. Next, choose battle, then select the game level and set the fireball and handicap options. Use up or down to select a menu item and side to side to set up that item. After the game setup is complete, Mario 1 will press the A button to display the Mario Bros. Battle title screen on all of the connected systems. There will be a different colored Mario for each player. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Other players. And then everyone has to choose multiplayer. And yeah. It's so cool. I mean, actually doing this when I was a kid. Alright, when playing multi-pack mode, make sure all of the power switches are turned off. What? You turn off your Game Boy? Oh, well, before you insert the game and the links. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, and then it's just such a fun game. You battle each other, and then Bowser shows up. And it's the first player to collect 5 coins. Yeah. You can throw your opponent, or I mean, well, yeah, your opponent. In real life, it's your friend, but in the game, it's your enemy. And then there's your 3 stages of the Mario life cycle. Here's your enemies. His name is Freezy, I was correct. That's awesome. Game screen stats. This screen is cool because the losers are crying. And you have the number of rounds won. Video games don't need to exist because you could just play pool and you could play traditional games. But video games are cool, so I'm glad they exist. So, 2-player garbage can gambit. So yeah, well, I remember what happens. You put your opponent in there, and then it takes time for them to escape. Yeah. And you receive a random item. So good. I'm getting sleepy, folks. I think I'm gonna fall asleep, but that's okay. Single player, classic. Play with 2 to 4 players. So you can play co-op. I don't think we ever did that. Maybe that's where you need to have the 2 cartridges. I don't know. Yeah, look at that. That's probably so fun, dude. Mario Bros. 2. Some vases will lead to special rooms. Okay. So we're just looking at some tips here. And here you have points, but who cares about points anyway? I mean, what do points do? More tricks and hints. Okay, I knew this. They bounce depending on how you hit them, of course. Here's an example. Yeah. Yeah. Try using bombs to blow up walls to discover hidden objects. Now, I know you can blow up those walls that look like gravel or, you know, cobblestone, or, you know, there's a certain kind of wall you can blow up, and I knew that, but I wonder if there's actually hidden stuff in walls that like look like normal walls. That would be interesting. I'm not sure if that exists. Toss big enemies to get a heart. Okay. If you knock out 2 or more enemies, you get a heart. Okay, I knew that. Yeah. In Classic, you can get a lot of points by hitting multiple opponents at one time. If you don't get to Freezy quickly, he'll coat the floor in ice and make things super slippery. Alrighty then. Important. Copying the game is illegal. Okay. So this is the license information. Okay. I'm not sure if I should read this. Does anybody care? Probably not. And your warranty is invalidated if you copy the game. Damage. It's not their responsibility. This is pretty nice, actually. They're still saying, like, giving you instructions for not breaking your game, even when you're trying to copy it. So, I don't know, it's kind of nice. The contents of this notice do not interfere with your statutory rights. I don't know what that means. Okay. I mean, when I was a kid, we sold games to each other and whatever. Warranty. I mean, it's a little late for that. 2025. Need help with installation, maintenance, or service? Customer service. That's amazing they have that, and I wonder if that still exists. Well, there you have it, folks. We've taken a look at the menu here. We actually did learn something. I mean, I did not know about... Where was it? The slot machine stuff. I didn't know about that. I don't know where it is. There it is. I did not know this. That's cool. I also didn't know about sleep mode, which is R and B, I believe. But who cares? I mean, yeah, okay. We looked at the thing. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the Super Mario Advance manual. instruction booklet. Next time, I'm going to play more Super Mario Advance.